Hello and welcome, folks. Welcome. Sorry about starting a few minutes behind, but if you're not new here, then you'll know that's usually the modus operandi. P. Daddy Dollar right here, joined by Mr. Chris Fisk. Welcome, brother.
That's right. Hey, how's it going?
Good, man. Tony will be along soon. Keely Chow, I see you in the chat, brother. We are going to get going on this. All right. Tony is on his way.
Oh.
This show will only last for about an hour, folks. So yeah, we've got we're gonna review the card, but first we're gonna start out, and Chris and I missed the Cody and John Cena interaction at the beginning of the show.
Yeah. Apparently that was the cherry on top of the episode, and it was kind of like they front loaded it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah.
It was just this, and then 2.5 hours of oh.
I'm still recovering from the Seth Rollins fucking acapella millennial whoop choir from Brussels, Belgium. Just Jesus, God in heaven, like and like I said, I've heard various commentators say it. It's like every time the crowd does that, every man in there, it's like every vagina in there is going dry, right? Bob's and Vagine, and then Tony pops up. What's up, Tone?
What up?
What up, cousins?
Let me get you the link for the viewing studio. What up, Barton? Good to see you, Barton. Hail, brother.
See, they chant John Cena sucks along with his theme. That's the pun.
Wait, I saw signs that were held up earlier that were like, "Thanks, Cena." And I think they were happy with Cena's heel turn.
I venture a guess to say yes. All right. So we've got the viewing studio set up. Tone links in the private. We're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna play the beginning of Raw here. We'll skip through all the bullshit. Okay, we don't need to see the people walking in.
Yeah, when did that become a thing?
UFC. They want to be UFC in the NFL. So
Dude,
bad.
I hate it so bad. I watch wrestling because I don't like a lot. Like, I like UFC, all right, but I don't like football and baseball and soccer. Wrestling was my thing because it was different, and now they're doing everything they can do to seem like a sports league like that. Like, it used to feel a certain way when you were in the war zone, and that's gone now, and it sucks.
Or we don't need to look back at Elimination Chamber. We know. We know Travis Scott's a dipshit. Shouldn't be anywhere near wrestling, but what do I
didn't even know who that was. I was like, who is this guy?
No more offensive comments in the private chat, please, Chris.
John Cena sucks.
Yeah, if you pay attention, the crowd is like on fire here, and they die about 40 minutes into the show. Besides when Seth Rollins is millennial whooping their bungholes.
Whoa!
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I would have done the heel turn a little different, but whatever. Nothing in wrestling is how I would have done it these days. So,
yeah. See, there's a thank you Cena sign.
I miss the days when I'd watch wrestling and it's like, okay, here's how I would do this, and then they hit me out of left field with something so much better than what I would have done. Yeah, so does Brussels.
Yeah. What is it? Your boos mean nothing to me. I see what you cheer.
I've seen what makes you people cheer. Your
Yep.
boos mean nothing to me.
Yep. Does he have a Belgian flag on his shirt? Yeah, oh yeah. John Cena farewell
Yep.
Brussels. It's almost going to be as good as my T-shirt that I'm making that I was telling Etep about.
It's just, I don't know. I don't mean to ruin it for you guys when you haven't seen it yet. It just seems like this is going to be half inspired like everything else. There's no more going in all the way in wrestling. There's no more hunger or drive. It's all just,
Yeah.
half measures.
Well, do you remember when wrestling was a mystery? Like it was like unexplored frontier. Like there were things that we had never seen before. And now it's like everything that was to be done has been done, and it's all just more of the same.
Yeah.
So
because it needs a fresh perspective, and Triple H isn't capable of fresh perspective. He's only capable of mucky see, mucky do.
Yeah.
Vince McMahon, for all of his faults, had a vision.
Oh, dude, today's Cookie Opus Day.
Yep. Hey, Hassan. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you too, sir.
Top of the morning to you.
Oh, Lord Jesus, we're here. Drove the snakes out of Ireland, but we couldn't get the jewels out of it. Never mind.
It's just Lucky Charms, don't you
know? Oh, my God, Lucky Charms. Look, a Star David.
Godzilla says time to praise the virtues of the millennial whoop.
Yep.
Yeah.
He needs to ditch the jorts like now.
Yeah, this isn't 1990s. No. Like he's not part of Marky Mark and a Funky Bunch.
No, when Cody comes out, we need to make sure the volume's up loud enough so you can hear him go, this. He gets a little too excited because he has to think about every word he says on the mic so he doesn't lisp. Yep, they blow their load on this promo when they're tired the rest of the fucking night.
Yep.
Yeah, it's all that soy. It makes you lethargic.
Which was funny because all over Twitter, it's like, see, US crowds, this is how you act in a show. And yeah, they were dead the rest of the fucking show.
Who's he talking to?
The crowd.
Hey, look, it's DJ Qualls with a mustache.
That's right, Barton.
Is that a girl or a boy?
I don't know what that was.
It's in a quantum state of gender.
Yeah, it's a Janai from Star Trek The Next Generation. Cena rocks.
Oh, wow. They're not blocking that out.
Yeah, they did.
Broke too soon.
Yep.
Whoa, that thing said "Die Cena die."
It's like the Die Rocky Die.
Yeah, he was saying "the Rocky the." They're from Europe. Well, is he going to make an apology video too about like Taiwan isn't a country? Sold.
Clever, you Belgian bastards. So well, it's because you slowly morphed into Ernest P. Worrell.
Know what I mean?
Know what I mean, Burn?
He does kind of look like a juiced up Ernest.
He does.
Whoa! Donut entry. I could go for a cruller. Wait, didn't this guy like bang Amy Schumer?
Yeah. He didn't want to simulate it with her. She was like, "Oh, Kermie."
Yeah.
Piggy.
Yeah.
Giving him a shut the fuck up chant. Barton, fat girls need love too. It's Mike, was it Mike Awesome, the fat chick thriller?
Okay. Broke my son's heart. You're a child abuser if you're a parent.
I think they could have taken another angle to his heel turn than this. This was the obvious, easy way. But Triple H is a lunkhead, so putting him in charge of creative is a stupid decision. The guy barely has a creative bone in his body. Like Bret Hart said, I mean, he's monkey see, monkey do.
Yep.
I like how he's shouting at the Belgians who have never said anything to him before.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Is this like a one-man show like John Cena?
Well, they have to let him say everything he needs to say here, because when Cody comes out, he's just got to let Cody talk or he'll fucking cook him. You can't compare Cody's mediocre lispy promos about his dad to what Cena does.
Yeah, we got to put a counter up in the on the screen. How many times Cody mentions his dad?
Well, I can guarantee he's talked about his dad more last year than he wrestled.
Yeah. Yeah. Remember one time we counted his matches on TV, and it's not very many.
Yeah. Yeah, they could have prolonged Cena's heel turn.
Yeah, I don't think they should have done it till Mania. They should have done it mid-match during the double down.
Yeah, but the reason they didn't is because I think Cody is going to go over on Cena. So it's Cody overcoming the odds again. 3 WrestleMania main events so far, man. God, dude.
Yeah.
What a shit era to be in. I remember he was coming out for his first Mania main event, and it's like he does not belong here. But what do I know?
Yeah, they really are trying to put Cody over, like,
right.
Again, it's Brie Larson in Avengers Endgame.
Yep.
Yeah.
Never before in history has an entire locker room just, yay, your story. Like, that's lame. Everyone should be vying for that title.
Even when Hogan was champion back in the 80s, everyone still wanted the belt.
Yeah. Like, they congratulated him when he won it and poured champagne on whatever, but then the next day, target on your back.
Yep. Yeah, they gave him his flowers, and then they're ready to cut his throat the next day. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So you notice this. He's saying everything he needs to say now.
Yep.
Like, generally, someone would be cut off by now.
Yeah, but when you're getting ready to have Cody come out, like you said, anybody that goes head-to-head with him in a promo is going to eviscerate him because he's terrible on the microphone. I like being objectified.
Did you
It
hear
is
him?
funny.
He said, you've made the stupid invisible joke for 15 years.
I'm sure he's had uncomfortable conversations.
Right.
All that lube for Xi Jinping's egg roll.
Oh, no. Well, just like Bill Withers said, you just keep on using me until you use me up.
Yeah, he is kind of used up.
Pretty much.
Yeah, his greatest greatness was butt chugging in that Cockblockers movie.
You see how this is kind of like the generic safe heel route, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's so drawn out, too.
Yep. It's very, very safe. Like, they could, there's so many ways they could have turned him.
Yeah, but it could have been very, very intriguing.
I would have sent him out in a suit with his head shaved.
And
Yeah,
he even says no new music, no new clothes. He's gonna be the same person he always was. It's
that's not a fucking much of a turn then.
I know. Again, half measures.
Yeah.
That's all WWE does anymore. Half measures. So he said everything he needs to say, and now Cody's gonna come out and
Yep.
It's melanin in his soul.
Negro icon Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Cucks sing the whole song.
My G.
These cucks are gonna sing the entire song.
I don't even know the real lyrics. I just know the alternate ones.
Yeah, I know our lyrics.
Look at the guy in the suit who, when he's not crying into Triple H's chest, is constantly up his ass. And they say Cena sold out.
Right. Yeah, I know. Guy's in like a double-breasted suit.
He got half the fucking industry to say fuck you, WWE, and run over to a failed promotion. He's like, okay, now there's room for me in WWE.
Yeah, I'm done now. He's like the the girl that was like smoking hot and just like rejected all the good guys, and then when she got like old and fat and lost her redeeming qualities, she's like, I'm ready to settle down now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Except he is never the hot girl. He's just mediocre the entire time.
Yeah.
The highlight.
Oh, go ahead, Tom. Sorry.
Nothing.
I'm sorry, dude.
No, I was gonna say something I shouldn't say anyway, Drew.
Every time Cody comes out, it's just amazing. That's these idiots. He's fucking
Light of his career was
he's cringe. He's as cringe as Mercedes Moné is. Unequivocally, he is just as cringe as her.
Again, he got booed out of AEW.
Yeah, because people got sick of him. He wouldn't put anybody over.
And it's gonna happen here. Watch. Look, make sure the volume's up loud enough so you can really hear the this.
Throaty.
He can never be natural. He can never be natural and let the words come from passion, because then he'll lisp. He has to stop and monitor every word he says, every syllable. Cena would fucking cook him on an actual promo where he's not being protected.
Oh, yeah.
Any other promo, this would be a back and forth, especially WrestleMania season.
Yep.
Yeah.
Look at the millennial whooping on their own.
Jesus.
What have we started?
Lemmings.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. The worst part is they think they're smarter than the rest of the fans, from years gone by, but they're actually fucking retarded.
Are they just saying Cody Rhodes over and over again?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Can't tell that's a drone shot. I don't like all the camera angles.
It's overproduced.
It is. It's not wrestling with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This. See how they're blowing their load in the first 20 minutes of the fucking show?
Yeah, they weren't like this at all when we were watching it.
Yep. See how he struggles with the S's.
Oh God.
Right. It's so gay. It's all so inauthentic. God,
That's the highlight of the promo for him.
Yeah, Michael Cole carried you to the back. Apparently it was. See, he gets his shots in, drops the mic, and gets to walk away while Cena says nothing.
Yep.
Because Cena, love him or hate him, Cena would fucking cook Cody Rhodes on that microphone. Cody can't go back and forth. He has to stop and monitor everything I say.
Yeah.
Because when he doesn't, he becomes Daffy Duck. Just how he said WWE champion. It's like it's all so inauthentic. Like Stone Cold, it felt like you were watching the person Steve Austin is, or even older Rock, or even Triple H. Cena, Taker, they felt natural. He feels produced.
Overproduced.
Yeah.
I really hope they have a back and forth. Like, okay, we gave you your week to say what you needed to say. You got to go at Cena when he didn't go at you. Cena was talking about the fans. He didn't talk about Cody at all. Mm. So, besides calling them their new toy. So next week, they need to let them go back and forth.
Hey, they're playing them off. That's very nice of them.
So this was other than this, there's the Penta match, and you guys saw the rest.
Yeah. We'll break into that. So that was the John Cena promo over there. Yeah, I don't. Okay, yeah, Cena's Tony. To your point, absolutely. Did they go with the safest possible route they could have with his heel turn? Yes, they could have done that so much better, and they chose this, which is the playing it extremely safe. It's almost like a movie, you know. It's like a formulaic movie, like a Marvel movie, for example. That's what this is reminiscent of.
Can I just shout out Barton
Yeah.
Campbell in the chat? He's got some good comments here, including the AEW Golden Boy, definitely.
Yes.
He said WrestleMania is going to be Ernest versus Stardust. Yeah.
Know what I mean?
Know what I mean, Vern?
And yeah, dude, Punk can really cut some killer promos. And Barton, I was there. I'm here in Las Vegas. I was there for the pipe bomb, man. And that was like one of the coolest moments that I've attended live in wrestling. And I've seen a lot of cool moments, but man, that was something else. That, like, in a very stale, not much going on WWE in 2011, that really lit up the boards. That brought some excitement back to the product.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that and then you've got, like you said, then you've got Cody, who it's almost a Shatner-esque cadence.
Oh, yes, I would
speaking.
But Shatner has technique to it. He does that like because he makes
his brand.
Cool.
I'm saying that very, very generically, just because he has such a distinct cadence.
Yeah.
No, there's no real comparison there. Obviously, Shatner's a skilled orator, and Cody is Daffy Duck with his beak shot off. You know, I mean, it's this guy. Yeah, 3 years in a row, main event at WrestleMania, and Mastori, Jesus, we're done with your fucking story, bro. It's like 50 Shades of Grey. It overstayed its welcome by 2 years, at least. You know, Jesus.
It was unwelcome when it launched.
Bad Twilight fanfic written by somebody who knows nothing about the fucking BDSM lifestyle. That's
Stephanie Meyer,
the good job, honey. I can come up with more than that off the top of my head right now if you ask me. That's actually realist. But anyway, we don't king shame here unless you're a furry, in which case we'll let you on fire with a flamethrower. Speaking of flamethrowers, Penta versus Ludwig Kaiser. Penta has made it clear he wants the Intercontinental title. Him and Ludwig Kaiser have been going back and forth weeks now. Kaiser won in that triple threat match with him and Transman Pete Dunne, but he got the win over Dunne. Penta was out of the ring. This was a serviceable match, and I said this earlier on the stream when I started, because I started out alone. I said Kaiser is a talented worker, but he's a mid-card guy. Like, that's all he is. He's a mid-card guy, and he's better in his
sold that Mexican destroyer like shit. Like, he was just so eyes wide open, like, hey, I'm like, that's how you sell that move? You're acting like you got shoved to the ground? Sorry, that just kind of stuck out to me like a sore thumb. It's like, that's how you're going to sell that fucking move. Like, that's why you're a mid-carder.
Oh,
and that's where he'll live. That's where he'll live, as a mid card. He's never going to advance higher than that. You know, that challenging for a shot at the IC title is about as far as he should go individually. I mean, I don't see a world where you're seeing Ludwig Kaiser in the fucking world title picture ever.
I don't even think the IC title. Maybe you get a shot at the US title. Because I don't know, to me it feels like the IC is on another level, but
that's what I said.
Not much, but
a shot at even competing for it, not even a title match. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, there you go.
He's the guy that's going to go on to challenge for the title goes over on. That's what I meant by that. So it was a serviceable match that got us to another decent promo by Penta with Kathy Kelly, and the crowd was still hot for Penta. That's about the last bit of big pop we got until Rhea came out.
Oh yeah.
Which after that we went backstage with Liv, Raquel, Dom, Finn, and Carlito, and this is where Dom pitched to Finn Penta joining Judgment Day, and Finn's like, "Didn't you hear that? He just said he wanted my Intercontinental title," or however. I don't know. But that's the Judgment Day. There's dysentery in the ranks of the Judgment Day. There's very much dysentery in the ranks of the Judgment Day, but I mean, really, does anybody even care anymore? Why are they even around? It's everybody in that you take, like, I think we talked about this. You take Liv, Raquel, and Dom, and you let them go do their thing. And Finn Baelor disappears. Carlito probably stays around for another 6 months or however long his deal is. Maybe they re-sign him because he's just a good mid-card comedy heel at this point. And I mean, that what JD McDonough, he comes back from injury. What do? You could tag him up with Finn and let them be a tag team, because I mean, I think they feel some sense of obligation to McDonough because of what he went through. So, like, because I honestly thought he would be one of the guys released. You know what I mean? But he got injured right before they made all those cuts. So,
McDonough know why he's still working here.
JD McDonough. Don't know why he's still working here. That's about right. But he's sacrificed, so they're like, we'll stave off the firing for a little while at least. Let's see. Oh yeah.
Well,
go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to add a bit that there was something that Tony had mentioned where I think partially why this stuff isn't working with New Day and all that stuff is because part of storytelling is pacing. And when you make something so elongated, the audience kind of loses interest in the suspense or in like the story beats. And yeah, like if you sped up these stories by a week or 2 weeks or a month, and it was, resolve the storyline in like a week or in 2 weeks or a month or whatever, I think we would appreciate them more. I could be wrong, but it just feels like that's part of it.
It is, and it's the same mistake the MCU began making when they had so many, especially after Endgame, when they were introducing all these new people, but still had all these pots in the fire. And it's like, hey, Harry Styles is Thanos' brother. And that was fucking 7 years ago, and you've heard nothing since then. Like, people lose interest after so long. You have to kind of keep that carrot dangling in front of their face and get them to the destination where you want them to be at. But when you show up the next week and there's no carrot, and then you wait another week and here it is. Okay, now let's move another inch forward. You're only moving 2 inches a month. Like, that's boring. Yeah. That's people want, and look, there's nothing wrong with long-term storytelling, but you don't get to take a storyline that you used to tell in a month and just elongate it out for 6 months and be like, hey, long-term storytelling. Like, you still have to have those plot points, those chapters, those ups and downs, those peaks, those valleys, and it's all just flatline right now.
Yeah.
It's Godzillionaire. I think modern wrestling just needs more belts to make things more engaging, right? Right? We should add a couple more.
The zingers.
There's too many belts, too many belts, too many belts, too many belts. But
and you get a belt.
Yeah, Tony, to your point, everything, it is a flat line. Like you said, there's peaks and valleys, ebbs and flows, but there's this false, sense of hype right now. And the IWC, and I said this today on Facebook, I said the IWC, the home of neckbeards and virgins. And it's so pathetic that you get all these people that know jack from shit about wrestling. And then, like, I love when I get told I don't know shit. I'm just like, I got the knee, back, and shoulder pain to tell you otherwise, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, don't, well, I think, okay, cool. Well, you don't know a goddamn thing, Junior. Sit the fuck down. Like, grown folks are talking. Like, it just, but it's not even just having an opinion. It's the way you express it. It's the ones that are, like I said, like, you guys know how to express a point like an adult, and I don't pull out the fucking troll hat until I know I'm dealing with a complete fucking brainlet. And there's so many brainlets, and this goes for both audiences, both WWE and AEW. AEW, that cult is way worse, though. I'll say that. They're just inability to accept any criticism towards the product never ceases to amaze me at all. But speaking of going flat, Dakota Kai, speaking of flat, Dakota Kai versus Ivy Nile, who had Chad Gable and the Creeds with her. This match was sheer and utter dog shit, and that's because Dakota Kai is incapable, of not only formulating a coherent or cognitively fucking worthwhile sentence like I am, but she can't wrestle. And this match was just more proof of that, and proof of how good Ivy Nile is for making Dakota Kai look 100 times better than she is, because this was just a throwaway match. And again, Ivy Nile being punished for being talented and well-built and knowing how to work, and having to put over a vastly inferior opponent. This reminds me of Victoria in basically every match after 2005, when she came back to WWE after the TNA run. She was much better in TNA as Tara. When they started bringing in when Victoria's jobbing out to like Candice Michelle and all these other chicks, like Beth Phoenix, like when you're jobbing them out to women who can't work at all, and I'm not saying Dakota Kai can't work at all, but she's just not good. And there's no way her finisher, like I said, she hit Ivy now like right here with her foot. And Ivy sold it like she kicked her in the jaw, which is where the kick is supposed to land. But because Dakota Kai is so bad, it was a fuck finish, and she went over. So yay. And then next week we have the Women's Intercontinental Champion Lyra Valkyria probably squashing Raquel Rodriguez. Because they're the women's tag champs right now. They ain't putting the belt on Raquel. So I think Dakota has a future shot at Lyra Valkyria. Like, that match will be exciting, much like the first one was, where Lyra beat her for the title in the finals. Yay. So that led to the LWO coming in and running out the Creeds, blah, blah, blah. Which
that was more entertaining.
Yeah, that set up for the match later in the night, which was okay. Io Sky versus and Bianca Belair. We had the contract signing in the ring next.
Yeah,
that was a very vanilla segment until Rhea Ripley entered to a massive pop. The crowd fucking loves her still. She powerbombed Bianca on the table, and then powerbombed fucking Io onto Bianca, thus committing 2 hate crimes in one segment, and still maintaining her popularity with the audience.
Yeah, what is the female equivalent to a Chad?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Because that's basically what she did. It shows, because she just soloed 2 opponents. And then they didn't even gimmick the table correctly. So the table didn't snap or anything, and they just power slammed on top of a power slam. And it was like, wait a minute, why isn't Rhea Ripley in this?
Right.
Until that signature, it was like, this is ridiculous, guys. Like, people aren't coming to see Io Sky. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but she came out to a just slightly more than a Mercedes Moné pop, which her pop
the crowd is going tepid.
Yeah. Mercedes comes out. It's like the crowd, you can hear the thundering sound of apathy sweep across the arena. Yep. That is Io, she's just cannon fodder, Io Sky. Like, again, just somebody that if WWE cut her, I mean, really.
Oh
no. Yeah.
Well, that's what sucks though, is because I think they're setting it up that way because, okay, this is twice now that Bianca and and Big Mommy had the quiet, the adults are talking moment. Okay. Yep. And she came I'm sorry, but it doesn't have the gravitas or the impact when you have somebody with broken English chewing the language going, "Your they talk like that to me. Like you're not getting the effect you think you should be getting. And they're probably gonna put her over.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I could totally see them putting Io Sky over in that triple threat because Rhea and Bianca will be fighting and Io will do something incredibly stupid. We'll have a WrestleMania version of Stand and Wait Theater featuring Io Sky, and maybe Oscar and Kairi Sane will be there ringside to celebrate, and Dodge Dakota, you know. Hey, you got Dodge Dakota, Oscar, Carrie. I'm just gonna start calling Kairi Sane Carrie. You got Oscar, Carrie, Dodge Dakota, and let's see, Io Sky. What's Io Sky's name? I don't know. We'll come up with something for Yo-Yo Blue.
Yo-Yo Blue.
Yo-Yo Ma. Yo-Yo Ma. The fucking cellist?
Yeah.
Yo-Yo Ma, Dodge Dakota, Oscar, Carrie. That's Damage Control right there.
The Toyota Tundra.
Toyota Tundra. That's by God, it's Refrigerator Jacks.
My hoe.
Yeah. After that, let's see. Jey Uso and Austin Theory.
Oh my God!
I missed the fucking match,
dude. I was watching it, and it was literally less than a minute long. Like his intro and the millennial whoop was longer than the match. And like when you came back, you're like, wait, is it over? And I was like, yeah, it was literally just like a one move and pin.
Because he was kicking Grayson Waller in the face.
Yeah,
I think when I came down because I went upstairs to take a piss. I was like, I come back down, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's super squash.
Yeah, Jesus, that's how the Bron Breakker match should have went.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That should have been a squash. I mean, yeah. So Gunther came out again and tried to choke out Jay. Didn't work. Jay got the belt from Gunther, and then Tony made a good point though. Why the fuck are you wearing your title belt? Like,
yeah.
Like I would have had it over my shoulder
weird.
And dropped it. Like when I was, you know what I mean? Like carry it down with me and then drop it outside the ring.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or maybe you slide it under the ropes, you know, with you or whatever. But I probably wouldn't even have taken it in the ring because unless you have to if he's going to play tug of war,
weapon or something.
Yeah, that's why I'd slide under the ropes. You know, choke him out first, and wait for him to get up, then fucking crack him with it. But yeah, this was they've done this 3 weeks in a row now, Tony. The attempted choke out.
It's basically all it's been since Elimination Chamber, and it's like not very compelling at all. It really feels like an Intercontinental title feud, which is what they've turned the World Heavyweight title into.
I feel bad for Jey Uso. I feel bad for Jey Uso, and I'll tell you why. Not because I'm that big of a fan, but because they put him over in the Royal Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
And like we said, Tony, the Royal Rumble winner would challenge for the big belt. The main.
Yeah, you don't win the Royal Rumble and choose second best.
Austin Theory.
Yeah.
I want the U.S. title.
Yeah, he wins Money in the Bank and cashes in at the U.S. title. Like
it's like the game show where they're like, you could have this amazing mansion, factored in at like $1 million, or what's in this shoebox with flies. I'll take the shoebox.
Yeah. I'll take the box. It could be a mansion. It could be anything in there. It could be a mansion.
Your own private island. Like, I'll take the box.
I don't know if now's the time to own your own private island.
I don't know. If that's slightly used. There's a blue and white striped building. Don't worry about it. It's a fixer-upper.
I don't know if that's a good look.
Late at night we keep hearing children crying. We don't know where it's coming from.
They're watching Gunther matches. No, I can't. Fast, Jey Usos. You're keeping the Usos under the floorboards, aren't you? Come on in to Pee Wee German's Playhouse. Bow, 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 bow.
Oh.
No, so yeah, Gunther tried to choke out Jay. Jay got the belt, gave it back. Gunther pouted his way to the back. They've totally just, this is just such a nothing. Like, even if this is what is this going to be? The semi-main to the women's match on night one?
Yeah, that's it. Let's demote the guys.
They'll have Charlotte and Tiffy headline night. No, they won't do that. They're not two black females. They only do that. They only do that when it's Sasha and Bianca.
It'll be the Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Seth Rollins for the
probably
night one main event. Probably.
Doesn't that just tell you what your world title means, though? If it's on semi-main.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's just, you think less than fucking dog shit about this about. And I get where the people are like, well, titles are just props. Yeah, but you have to act as if that is one of the most coveted things in the fucking world. If you're not doing that, you're doing the title a disservice, and you shouldn't
devaluing it.
Yeah,
I don't think they're just props. I think it's recognition that you're one of the best at what you do.
And that's how I view them.
Even last year at WrestleMania, they were trying to at least present the World Heavyweight Championship like it's the workhorse title. It's for the real wrestlers, not the people that show up every few months. And that's gone now. Like, Gunther ain't doing shit, and he still never fucking wrestles. Cody never fucking wrestles. It's like, if you win a title in this company anymore, it means to go on vacation. Mm-hmm. And it sucks. Like, I want to see the champions. I like fighting champions. Cody talked about, like it was a heelish thing to do what Roman Reigns does, never defending the title, never being around, and he goes and does the same thing. Mm-hmm. Like, when Brock was doing this, people were sick of it.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, Brock was like the first absentee champion.
Yeah, like, if I'm tuning into Raw or SmackDown, I want to see the champion. And like, even when you tune into Raw right now, like, Gunther's supposed to be the top dog over there holding this title. It sure doesn't feel like it.
Yep.
It just feels like Raw doesn't have a main title at all.
No. It's a fucking, again, Raw is your flagship show. Why is your title not being showcased? That's a big problem for your program. And yeah, the 30-day rule should be reinstated. Honestly, the champion should have to defend the title at least once every 30 fucking days. Like, yeah. I'm sorry, man. I don't want my champions to not be on television. Like, I just don't. That's something that bothered me when Hogan had the belt, and it's always bothered me. Then, Ric Flair would work. Ric Flair, even if he wasn't working, and that's the thing, you don't have to work a match. Like, yeah, I want to see the title defended once every 30 days. But also, if you're not going to defend the belt, just be on TV live, be backstage, do something, come out and cut a promo, square up with somebody, do a vignette, something to keep your champions involved and relevant. Because if they're not on TV, why the fuck are they a champion? Like, yeah, like where were the tag championships tonight?
Yeah,
where were the fucking War Raiders? Where were they?
Where's the reminder of why we should care?
Yep, they're the World Tag Team Champions, and you just do nothing. It just doesn't. Well, we got the fucking. Speaking of tag matches, we got American Made versus the LWO. But before that, I'm sorry. Rhea demolished Bianca and Io Sky backstage when Adam Pearce was trying to get the contract back from her. Rhea fucking just wiped the floor with those two. And then we get to American Made, Julius and Brutus Creed versus the LWO, Dragon Lee and Rey Mysterio. And I said, boy, they like to bury the Creeds. The LWO goes over, but then the mystery luchador came in and attacked. And I don't know. Is that Chad Gable or not? I haven't looked it up yet, really. It could be. I don't know. I don't think so, though.
I think it's who is that wrestler from AEW? One of the luchadors.
You talking Ray Phoenix?
It's either Phoenix or like
it's not Malachi.
Bandito, or it's
it's
somebody that's kind of jacked. Like
I think it's Ray. I don't know if it's Ray. I don't know if that's how they debut Ray Phoenix though.
Yeah, I mean the dude is like a little bigger than Chad Gable. He doesn't like if maybe it's the mask. Like maybe if it is Chad, keep the mask on because it makes your head look less malformed.
Makes you look less like fetal alcohol syndrome.
Yeah. I'm a flipper baby.
Oh God. The War Raiders are working their second job at Waffle House. Oof. The tag match was okay, but Mysterio. Okay, so what's his name? The brown haired one. I think Brutus is like the bigger one, and Julius is the taller one with the dark hair. These guys are really good. Like they're really good workers, and like Tony said years ago, American gimmick. This would have been a baby face, but now they're heels, and I don't know. Like I think they're too good to be putting almost 60-year-old Rey Mysterio over clean on one of these guys. Julius is 6'3", about 228, so he's around my size. That was fucking just God. And they can sell really well.
Oh yeah.
But I don't see the benefit long-term of burying these younger guys for Rey Mysterio.
That, and if you're going to make them heels, don't use the American gimmick.
Right.
Like, honestly, like you were saying when we were watching it, like, yeah, they do make good heels. Like, good for them. And I'm a fan of the heels. Those are like you were saying, they're the generals that direct the matches. So it's always great seeing people who know what they're doing directing great matches. But I'm tired of, look, the Mexicans beat up the Americans. Like, I don't, like, that's not the win you guys think it is. Like, that's, you know what I mean? Like, it's not good optics, like, thanks for demoralizing us,
Yeah.
Like, that's my home team, and we're supposed to be cheering for their defeat? What?
It's like Sergeant Slaughter turned his back on America, and it was like a major heel move, and then Hogan comes and fights for it. And
that was what made it so great, was because after that whole segment, there was remember the redemption arc? I want my country back. It wasn't screw America. He turned his back on America. When him and Sheiky Baby there. Like I don't like using nations as heels or baby faces. I don't think that's a good move.
Russia was a great heel in the 80s because of the Cold War, though.
Yeah, but we were at war. Yeah, like this is America. Like, this is our home team. I wouldn't want to see a heel team that were like Viva Mexico. I'd be like, why are we dumping on Mexico? Like, this ain't cool. Like, if I were Mexican in the crowd, I'd be like, yay.
Barton, I have to correct you. You said Jim Duggan, the All-American, never turned heel. But Sir Duggan did turn heel. He did turn heel in WCW in 99 or 2000. He turned heel and joined Team Canada.
Yeah, he did.
So Duggan did. It didn't work, but he did turn heel at least once. I don't know. Rusev made an awesome foreign heel. Yeah, maybe they had that stable. Tony, you might remember this. I don't know, Chris, if you will. The League of Nations. You remember that? It was like
Cesaro and
Rusev.
Yeah, but like,
and then
Jinder Mahal. Was it Wade Barrett or Jinder Mahal? No,
I can't remember, but
it was Wade Barrett. It was Wade Barrett. Jinder Mahal was 3MB.
Yeah, and it was like, but it wasn't like they were like this, like, we are 100% like our country's behind us and everything kind of thing. It was like, these are weirdos from these like foreign countries, and that's what made them like mysterious and heelish. Not, like Italy or whatever is like at war with America now. It's like, nah, that would never work.
Right? It'd be a bunch of Somalians fighting. Never mind.
Yeah, Lampedusa flag is now just Starving Marvin.
Bunch of friggin' emaciated Somalians going to war with a bunch of friggin' whatever they're importing up now. Let's see, what else do we have after the tag match? Because the LWO went over, like we said. Yes, we had We had a Seth freaking Rollins versus CM Punk cage match recap, which was a good cage match, advanced the story. I liked the Roman Reigns interaction at the end, pulling Rollins out, then beating the shit out of Punk as Heyman sits there as he was consoling Punk, because that advances this. And as Tony alluded to, this is by all metrics probably your night one main event. It is. Watch. We should put money on how far down the card the world title match is going to be, because it's not going to be on night 2, but I could see it like third from the main on night 1. Like they just totally just fuck this belt up. Like, watch it be the opener on night 1. Like, oof. That used to be like the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Now it's a world title match. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Jey Uso, good job, buddy. Fuck you. Open night 1. Well, he was night 1 last year wrestling Big Jim, his brother. Remember that stinker of a fucking match they put on last year?
I don't remember it.
It's probably for the best, because it was god awful, bro. It was god awful.
I don't think anybody remembers.
No. The only thing I can recall from the Seth Rollins promo was a 15-minute solo of the Millennial Whoop that Tony. Whoa! Let me go get my robe and just dance around the studio.
Yeah, they were doing it before the commercial break. They went back, the commercials happened, and they were still doing it. And then he said a few words, stood on some like turnbuckles or whatever, and whoa! Again, it's like, guys, we get it. Like, you're padding out time.
Yeah, he didn't look like Liberace tonight. He looked like the Riddler. In honor of St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah. Jamina Kritna. His name is Seamus Santiago.
Seamus Santiago. Oh, Lord, all the Irish for this time. Wait. Can you do simulated matches? Yeah, I'm sure you can on 2K25. You should simulate all Mania. See how close the results are. We can do that once we get the
was
card.
My idea, remember?
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah.
We can even play some matches and whatever,
Get some screen cap and record them and just be like, this is the reality and this is what the simulation said.
Yeah. Let's see. After the Millennial Whoop promo, we had Kathy Kelly and AJ Styles, who were interrupted by Karrion Kross and his lovely wife Scarlett. And what did he say? Maybe AJ, you're not mad at Logan Paul. You're mad at yourself. And trying to sow the seeds of doubt in AJ Styles' mind. And it's clearly and painfully obvious. Again, they have nothing for Karrion Kross to do. Nothing.
Whoa!
That's about the sum total of what we're getting from Karrion Kross. We might as well just Millennial Whoop. You might as well just come out and be a bigger Seth Rollins and just do that. So that led into our main event, which is Finn Baelor challenging the Intercontinental Champion, Bron Breakker, for his title. And this match should have been what Jey Uso and Austin Theory was, but we got much more heat out of Finn Baelor than should have been allowed in this match. Normally I say, it's the heel's job to be putting more of the heat on the babyface, then they get shine. But this should have been a fucking straight squash match. Judgment Day, of course, got involved, which led to them getting doinked off the apron and Finn Baelor eating the spear and getting pinned. And it looked like Breakker when he hit that big Hurricane Rana off the top rope, or the Frankenstein, or whatever you want to call it. It looked like he hit his head when he came down. If you noticed, did you see that?
Yeah.
But it always kind of looks like that when he does it. So I don't know if he did. It's because he's so tall,
Yeah.
But I did see that, but I kind of see that every time he does it. So I don't know if he did or not. But I will say this was the most energy from a performer that I saw all night. Now the crowd had a lot more energy during the Cody John Cena promo, but Bron Breakker, man, when he gets in the ring, and I haven't seen this in a while, especially in today's roster, he commands your attention. You know, he has a presence and an aura, and he's only going to get better. Yeah. But it's like, I don't know, man. Like, with the roster you have, Logan Paul's a Raw character, right? Where was he? You know, where was CM Punk? Why wasn't Punk there? Like, you know, there's a lot more you could be doing for these shows to build them up. I couldn't wait to see Gunther in the main event picture. You know, those last two Rumbles where he went toe-to-toe with Cody were good, and I'm like, man, at first I didn't like this guy. Then I started really liking him. And now I'm kind of back to not really caring for him. He's boring. Like, this is a tragedy, his first title run. Like, it should be a lot more than this. And he should be like this scary, devastating heel where you're actually, forget the world title, you're afraid for Jey Uso's safety. Yeah. Like, how's he going to get out of it? I mean, this could be so interesting with the same exact characters, the same exact ingredients, but Triple H has such a bland, like I said, it's like watching WWE right now is like the equivalent of his 30-minute ruthless aggression promos that started every fucking Raw, where nothing really happened. The show would have been the same had that promo never taken place. You know, fuck, we need to take some risks here. We need to, and the sad part is that's just me saying this. I go on fucking Twitter and everyone's, this was cinema. This was cinema. And it's like, was it?
Yeah.
Like all I'm asking for is compelling stories, and this just doesn't compel me. Jey Uso and Gunther, it's a wasted opportunity. And now we're 30-something days away. Fucking next Monday Raw, and fuck, by SmackDown, we're going to be 20-something days away. I think we're 33 days away from Mania now. Like, let's start shifting gears, guys. Let's put it into fourth gear at least. Like, we're heading towards the goal line here.
Yeah.
I get, you know, oh, well, not much happened. Gunther choked Jey Uso out like the night after Elimination Chamber. Fine. But where are we now?
Yeah.
We're halfway there.
Yeah, there's no story development. It's too slow, and it sucks because I don't want to say that it's not keeping my attention, but it is not keeping my attention.
Well, let me tell you what's going to happen next week, and I hope I'm wrong. The first two Raws after Elimination Chamber, Gunther wrestled someone from American Made, and Jey Uso ran out at the end of the match.
Oh, American Alpha.
Now,
yeah.
American Alpha. Then the last two, American Made. And the last 2 weeks, Jey Uso's wrestled someone from American Beta. Austin Theory and the Australian Grayson Waller. And Gunther has run out. Next week, if we go back to Gunther wrestling and Jay running out, I'm going to literally on the stream shit my pants. Like, okay, we've gotten 2 weeks of Gunther wrestling jobbers. Jay runs out. 2 weeks of Jay wrestling jobbers. Gunther runs out. And that has been the build-up to your World Heavyweight Championship match. Yeah. Your top prize on Raw, the top dogs on Raw match. Something needs to happen next week. It's not every match you have to keep hands off of each other till Mania. Let these fucking people go at it. Let fucking take a page out of The Rock's book from last year where he beat up Cody because The Rock's the only one making fucking compelling TV right now and he's fucking 70 years old. Have Gunther beat the ever-living fuck out of Jay next week. Not, ooh, choke hold. Michael Cole, do you see that? It's a choke. It's a choke.
Dude, we had a
have him in the back beating fucking Jey Uso's face against a goddamn car bumper. Beat the shit out of him. Make people afraid for Jay's safety. Make this guy into a killer. He's got what it takes to be that, so do that. It's like they used to talk about, oh, well, Stone Cold, he's just Steve Austin with the volume turned up. Vince, that's just Vince with the volume turned up. Well, now all these motherfuckers' volumes are turned way down. Let's turn the volume up.
Closed captioning. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think that these, like you said, Tony, those two keeping their hands off each other till Mania is not a good thing. Not at all.
No.
Neither is Cena and Cody, though. They should be able to get into it a couple times. Maybe it gets broken up, but they need to be able to get some shit in on each other to build that fucking heat going into the match, because that's not a marquee matchup to me. Cody Rhodes and John Cena.
Do a staged impromptu fight at a restaurant and get someone like seriously like beaten with an inch of their life at like a Applebee's or something, like remember, like there's nothing is gonna top when Steve Austin drove down in the Zamboni and almost killed Mr. McMahon. But like
Mr.
give me something, give me something where like what Tony was saying, like make me genuinely concerned for Jey Uso. Like, if you had Gunther going, I am going to eat you, and like freaking hit him with his car or something, like do a promo. And then, because like they even kind of did that with Kevin Owens to a degree. You remember when Kevin Owens was backstage with, like you could do better with the guys that you're working with now.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You give them that. You got to do better.
Yeah. Well, no, like seriously, like you've got Gunther. That man could play the best villain ever, especially in today's political environment. Like you could get white hot, collapsing neutron star levels of heat off of what he could say shit, do stuff. They could bleep it out. They could even have we at WWE do not condone the speech and actions of this man. Even have a fake hate crime or something. Where like seriously, like get the local city, the law enforcement involved and be like, yeah, this was a hate crime. And be like, oh my god, dude, they have a hate criminal on the roster. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
that would, and everybody would be talking about that. Even people who aren't even wrestling fans be like, dude, you hear about like, I guess WWE, like, I guess they went off script and like Gunther like started saying some really bad, like they had to bleep it out. And I guess he like torched the guy's house or something, or like hit him with a car, like that'll get people talking. And then all of a sudden you got people who aren't wrestling fans coming in and going, holy crap, kick Gunther's ass,
Yeah, like, one of those things where the commentators shut the fuck up and there's just minutes of, people, oh my god, officials running in checking Jey Uso. The commentators are completely silent, and then the show ends by fading to black.
Yeah.
With an image of Jey all fucked up and all the fucking commentators, Adam Pearce putting all of his charisma into the locker before he runs out. Like, make it serious. Get people talking.
The stakes.
Make the goddamn show exciting again. We don't need, the Attitude Era. We don't need that. We need compelling television, compelling stories.
Yeah. And like what Godzilla was saying, you get the SJWs out. Dude, they would be protesting and they would be doing all that stuff. And that is exactly what you want as a heel. You want people protesting you. You want the Andy Kaufman effect. You want like that kind of rage, because those people, they're going to try to buy tickets and stuff. And then you get security in there so they can't
Roddy
hurt him.
Piper was stabbed 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, he had to wear that jacket, that stab-proof jacket.
And not condoning that. I'm just saying the job is to piss people off. Make them feel something.
Yeah. And then it would be so satisfying when Cody Rhodes or whomever, or who would it be? Jey Uso. When Jey Uso beats the shit out of Gunther, all those SJWs are now customers. They're like, that dude got his ass kicked. Fuck you, Gunther. And all this stuff. That's like,
you go into Mania with serious doubts. You have Gunther beat Jey up pretty good, but Jey pulls it out at the end.
Yeah.
Jey finds his heart, fucking here's the fans, and that's an instant WrestleMania moment that people will remember.
Yeah, because it has emotion, and emotion carries a longer memory than, or feelings have longer memories than thoughts.
Yeah, exactly, Godzillionaire. You can't get Pat McAfee to shut the fuck up in order for that to happen. He would just be dancing on the commentator table while fucking Jey Uso fights for his life.
He's doing the Michigan J Frog. Hello, my baby.
Hello, my honey. Hello, my baby. Hello, my ragtime gal. If you confuse me, honey, you'll lose me.
Did he have the soup?
Yeah, Steve Austin and Brian Pillman had people talking. It even pissed the network off, but you know what? It paid dividends.
Yeah. Get people talking. Get people outside of wrestling talking about it, because we're a shrinking niche.
Yep. And that's the problem is, they want to connect with the mainstream like they had before, and you're doing it in a way that comes off as contrived. It seemed like a more organic fit back then. Now it's like you see all these D and E-list Netflix celebrities in attendance at Raws, and it's like, they're contractually obligated to be here because nobody knows who the fuck this is.
Yeah, except for Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah, it's like here's Joe fucking Smith from Netflix comedy I Got Fucked in the Ass with a Cucumber. And
his little Jeezy G or whatever, the rapper.
Yeah, rapper, little Jeezy G, and we're like,
this is how you do it. There are 4 Raws left before WrestleMania. You have the 24th, the 31st, the 7th, and the 14th. So next week, you have Jey Uso humiliate Gunther somehow and get the upper hand on him. Then the next week, the 31st, Gunther fucking snaps.
Yeah.
Fucks Jey Uso up. Fucking everything we just talked about, right?
Yeah. Hit him
then
with a car.
Jey Uso won't be there on the 7th, but Gunther will to brag about what he did, and Jey Uso stands no chance. And then Jey Uso comes back on the 14th with the heartfelt, my family and worked my whole life for this, blah, 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 ribs taped, he's fucked up. And then you go into WrestleMania. People are fearing for Jay's safety. Gunther beats his ass during the match. I mean, it's bad, puts him through a table, whatever. But at the end of the match, Jey Uso overcomes all odds. You can even tie in a little bloodline, like not the bloodline coming out, but something to make him remember his roots and who he is and what family he comes from. And he overcomes Gunther. That's how you book wrestling. That's what wrestling is supposed to be.
Yeah. Yeah. If you want an underdog story, he has to be an actual underdog. You can't. You can't artificially manufacture that. The audience has got to buy into the fact that there's insurmountable odds for this guy to overcome. And right now, it doesn't look like that at all.
Jey Uso going to Austria, venturing into Gunther's personal past. He sees what family Gunther's a part of, which makes him remember what family Uso's a part of.
They don't like me very much.
Yeah, what's up, Cotton Ministries? How you doing, brother?
Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Yeah, overall, a very lackluster edition of Raw.
Especially compared to last week.
Yeah, there was quite a bit of it that had me like this, basically.
We need to do a video. I don't know if it should be a Patreon special. Maybe we can just do a live stream here in a few days, Pete, where we take the WrestleMania card and It's going to be how we would book it, how we just booked Gunther and Jey Uso to be way more interesting than what it is.
Yeah.
You know, we need to do that with the whole card because, yeah, there's a better way to do this. And I guarantee booking it correctly, these morons on Twitter who eat whatever shit you slop on their plate will also call this cinema.
Yeah. I mean, look at all what we had tonight. You had the Cena promo with Cody's shit, right? Cena got his shit over pretty well. Penta and Kaiser, I give that an up. The backstage with the Judgment Day, I mean, it is what it is. Dakota Kai and Ivy Nile, that's down. Io Sky and Belair contract signing was meh until Rhea got involved. Uso and Austin Theory was a down. Rhea beating up Bianca and Io Sky was decent. American Made in LWO was passable. Rollins promo was garbage. Kathy Kelly and AJ Styles, that's a throwaway segment that's going to go nowhere. And Baelor and Bron Breakker Breakker went over, which is good, but I mean, overall, it's just whatever, you know. I don't know. I look at the show like this was very, very mid. This was a mid fucking show.
Yeah. And I mean, we're not just bagging on it, you know, for the sake of bagging on it.
No.
Well, that's why I'm trying to offer solutions here, because that's actually a thing on YouTube now. There's a lot of channels who are like, this shit sucks, but it's like, well, let's offer some solutions. We can take the same ingredients and make something great. Same with AEW and their stacked roster that produces fuck all.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they can take the same ingredients and make something great, but you need to know how to promote wrestling. And that's something Triple H is really struggling with right now. You know, not to be too harsh on the guy. He's probably got the weight of the world on his shoulders, but this ain't cutting it. You can make it interesting. You can make it feel like, well, geez, I need to tune in next week or I'm going to miss the next chapter in this compelling story, while still telling long-term stories, while still making these people shine. And you actually, like, Gunther was not ready for the World Heavyweight title, arc-wise. Professionally, yeah, can he go into all that? Yeah, fine. But arc-wise, he was not ready for the title, and it's been a sad state, his title run.
Yeah. It has been.
It didn't have to be that way.
Well, he just fell victim to, as Jim Cornette says, lazy booking.
Yeah.
That's what it was, man.
This is WrestleMania. There is no room for lazy booking.
No, there isn't. And I would love to go through and rebook or book WrestleMania with you. We should do that for Patreon this week.
Yeah.
We should do that. Next time you get a chance, we'll record that.
I'm just debating, should we do it now? Should we do it closer to the show when there's more of the card? But I mean, that could even be a series of things, because it's like right now, yeah, I'm focused on John Cena's heel turn, basically the world title matches, the WWE and world title match, and how we would rebook those.
Yeah.
Yeah, whether it's Patreon or a live stream on here, that would be fun to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Therapeutic.
Oh, yeah, with the way that's been booked the last couple of weeks leading into, you've got, like you said, 4 Raws left until WrestleMania, 4 Raws, 4 SmackDowns left, and this is what you're doing.
Yeah.
Not good. Not good. But
well,
thank you.
Time.
Yeah, precious time. But speaking of time, I think it's time for us to put this one to bed. Thank you to Tony and Chris for being here this afternoon for the review and the stream and watching along with the channel members. Thank you to our channel members and Patreon supporters. Speaking of Patreon, let me share that link in the chat. It's in the description to the video. But if you're not on Patreon yet for Wrestling with Horror, it's only $2 a month, folks. If you're not a channel member and you're looking for a way to support the channel beyond hanging out in the chats, Patreon. You get a different movie commentary every week from us. $2 a month to become a Brainbuster. That's it. I don't have one on me right now. They're upstairs, but we got the new Pete Daddy Dollar shirts that are available. Let me go over here and see if I have a picture of that logo. Let's see. Yeah, right here. The money. Let me take the comment off the screen. That's in the chat. But the money bag and Pete Daddy Dollar, that's on the center of the shirt right there. If you want that, $20. I ship it anywhere you need me to. No extra charge. Yeah, that's the official t-shirts. We'll have that on hoodies and more of the Wrestling with Horror merch. I'm going to print those myself. Next run of shirts, we'll do 20 Pete Daddy Dollar shirts and 20 Wrestling with Horror shirts. So we got to sell these. We already got a couple of them gone. So if you want one, just hit me up on Twitter, Facebook, shoot me an email. All the pertinent information's in the description. We're reviewing Mouth of Madness tomorrow night, Trina and I. Blake will not be joining us tomorrow. We'll push his appearance back a week. And Trina and I will review that one. And then I'll have some videos coming out the next few days for you guys right here on the channel. If I get them done quick enough, channel members, you'll get it first. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Have a great rest of your evening. I will be in bed by 8 o'clock, probably watching Silicon Valley and or Mouth of Madness. One of the two, but I got to go eat some ribs that I got left over. Thank you very much to the panel and the chat. I am Pete Daddy Dollar from Wrestling with Horror. We don't see you. Have a great day. A pleasant tomorrow. We'll catch you on the next one. And remember, it's always better to burn out than fade away.